Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Fuller Kamara. Today we are going to discuss the SUMIF function. The SUMIF function is very similar to that of the if statement, but it's just that for SUMIF function we only use it to calculate sum, whereas for the if function you can use it in very different scenarios. SUMIF function, a function that uses the SUMIF. So I would say SUMIF, some ifs. You have some if and then you have some ifs. They both do the same thing. It's just that for the some ifs you can get like multiple criteria, whereas for some if you can only use one criteria, but they both do the same thing. So first we want to get the sum range. So the sum range is column C. We can just down arrow and then we can fn f4 so we can make the cell reference absolute, and then we say comma. So now the next is saying the criteria range. So our criteria range is this, the mappings. This is where our criteria will be coming from, because this is our criteria: bank account, account receivable, other current assets, but the range is actually coming from the mapping. So that's why we are going to select that range and lock it. That is Fn F4. So now the criteria now will be this. So we close it. You can now see the total, right? It's 26. Let me just turn this to an accounting number. So now you can see this is the total. If we go back to the balance sheet, you can see the total for the bank account is 2,642. So now we can just drag this. So you can now see we have the totals for all the respective accounts. So now we can see the total expenses 4,525. So if we go to the profit and loss, you see this is the total expenses. Let me just zoom so you can see. You see the total expense is 4,525. So if we are preparing, let's say, the profit or loss account, this sum, if we can use it for all these respective headings, so we can just prepare our balance sheet and income statement based on these mappings. So now if we're taking these numbers, we're not doing it on this trial balance. We can just go to the balance sheet itself. Let's say we want to know all the bank accounts, so we can just get bank accounts here. So instead of having this breakdown, so we have like current asset, then here instead of checking savings, we can just get like bank account. We can just say bank account. So now for bank account, we can just use the sum if. So we can just use the sum ifs, just like what we did here. So we go to the sum range, we drag it and just lock, and then the criteria range is also the same. This is our criteria range, and just lock it. We go and get the criteria. We go to the balance sheet itself. So now this will become our criteria. We press enter, so you can see this is the total for bank account. So we can just delete this. That is in real life when we are preparing the financial statements for like those large companies. So we only have like total for bank account. So for account receivable, we can also do the same. So now we will just remove this space, leading space, and now we're going to drag this. So we will just drag this formula, right? So you can see it is now referencing the trial balance. So this is how you prepare the balance sheet using the SUMIF. So the SUMIF is a very useful function in Excel. As an auditor, you should know how to use the SUMIF, because there are scenarios where you just want to know. They might present you with all this information, but you just want to know a portion. You just want to know how much is the total expenses without running a pivot table. You want to maintain this same tab. You just want to get like maybe at the bottom here, you just want to know the total expenses. Okay, when you are doing the tie out. So sometimes you want to tie the expenses part, the trial balance, so other schedule. So you need to know like the total expenses first. So we say sum if. So the sum ifs here, we go to the sum range. We're going to select that range and press F4 to lock it. And now the criteria range, we're also going to use this and lock it. And now the criteria is just these expenses, and close it. So now you see we have the total expenses. So let's say we were tying this to the schedule that we received from the client. So we can say this is per trial balance. And then, so now let's say the schedule that we receive shows 4526.00. So we can say this is per schedule or per GL or whatever name we want to give it. So we can say this is per schedule, let's say expense. So we can just say this is per detail. So once we know now we can say the variance. So our variance now becomes, the amount per trial balance minus the amount per detail. So in this case, we can say this is immaterial. So if you hold control 5 will show you the strike through. So we can just say this format. In real life, most time we automate this process by using macros. So we can use macros to automate this process. So we can say this is immaterial. So the variance here, we can just say this is immaterial. This is how you use the SUMIFS to prepare the balance sheet and also do some tie-out, financial statement tie-out, or you can use it to tie out the trial balance to the detail that the clients provide. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like if you like this video. See you in the next video.